Every family has an unofficial archive. It contains faded photographs, childhood nicknames, unfortunate haircuts, and stories that are never permitted to die. Now, you may become a surgeon, a bishop, or a secretary general of the United Nations, but at Christmas dinner, an aunt will say, "This is the boy who swallowed a coin when he was 6." Or, "This is the one who got his head stuck between the railings and the fire department had to come." Now, families are excellent at keeping us humble. Sometimes they continue the treatment long after humility has been successfully achieved. Matthew does something similar when he introduces this woman in the gospel today. He does not simply say that she came from the district of Tyre and Sidon. He calls her a Canaanite woman. By the first century, the Canaanites were hardly a functioning nation. They belonged to Israel's ancient enemy list. And when Israel entered the promised land, the Canaanites were already there. They occupied fortified cities, worshipped other gods, and represented everything Israel had been warned to resist. The book of Deuteronomy told Israel not to imitate their worship or enter alliances that would draw them away from the Lord. And the book of Joshua is filled with conflict against Canaanite people. So Matthew's description is not neutral. It carries centuries of suspicion. He might have, as well have written, "Here comes one of those people." Families still have our own Canaanites. Sometimes it is what we call that side of the family. Sometimes it is a daughter-in-law who never quite became one of us, or the son who made poor decisions, the relative whose past is quietly reviewed whenever a family dinner happens, or the family with whom nobody speaks because of an argument so old that half the participants have forgotten how it began. We are very good at inheriting memories we never personally experienced. Children inherit more than our eyes, our height, and our alarming inability to throw anything away. They can inherit our grudges. A child may know nothing about why two relatives stopped speaking 15 years ago, but still hate them because families sometimes hand down resentment with greater care. Yet in the gospel, the person carrying the worst historical label possesses the greatest faith. The disciples, they have the right religion, the right ancestry, and direct access to Jesus. They still want her sent away. And she has the wrong background, the wrong neighborhood, and no claim upon Israel's privileges. Yet she sees in Jesus a mercy larger than history. We tend to assume faith grows best in curated conditions. Good families, clean histories, the right zip code, the right school, the right pew. But God's grace has an old habit of appearing exactly where the neighborhood watch said it would not. And this woman teaches us that nobody is merely the sum of what came before them. She's not trapped inside the mistakes of canon. She refuses to let an inherited label become her destiny. She comes to Christ, not carrying a perfect family tree, but carrying love for her daughter. And Jesus sees what everyone else misses. He sees that beneath the ancient name is a mother. Beneath the outsider is a believer. Beneath the family history is a heart of extraordinary faith. And perhaps that's what the gospel asks of us today, to stop introducing people by their oldest mistake, their worst relative, their failed marriage, their addiction, their political opinion, or the year they got their head stuck in the railing. God does not read only the family archive. He is still writing the story. The woman enters the gospel as a Canaanite. She leaves it as the woman whose faith astonished Christ. And God's grace may remember where we came from, but it never allows our past to have the final word.